Hi, it's Ananaku. Sharing today, September 5th, 9/5, 2020. And this morning began with me dreaming. I had some pretty elaborate dreams that I don't remember, but just like the sensing of like being on a journey, receiving some instruction, and just really keen on some of the interactions in the dreams. And, when I woke up this morning, I felt rested and but my physical body felt fatigued, and I was feeling the energy of Luxfar woman. And so as I was really sensing her like nudging me to partake in her teachings, I got up, I got the book, and I began to read. And as I began to read, I began to truly give thanks for her energy and what is taking place within me. Now, this is a deep statement because I've learned to love my ego, and I realize that my ego is ever present with me in a lot of situations. And I also very aware that spirit is with me and my ancestors are with me. And there's, so much universe and universe happening. And I'm really clear on those visions that they've shown me introspectively and even outside of me. And so I have a strong person. I tend to have very strong personality energy. And I still, in my humanness, wonder how people perceive me, because I know in a lot of teachings and things like that, there is no room for ego. And I understand that piece, but I also come to love every aspect of myself because God didn't make any mistakes, so it's like sometimes my ego will show up and I just love her, or, and embrace that piece. But then spirit also is very prevalent, and the oneness of it all just is learning to dance together. It's learning to dance together, you know what I mean? And we can learn to laugh at our ego if we don't take ourselves too seriously, and it just teaches us how to love deeper too when you see it in others. You know what I mean? It's like it's such a teacher. And so I say that to say that sometimes I often in my own self wonder, how I show up. But then I got to take that back and say, Erica, just be. So I'm at this water ceremony, and it's predominantly Caucasian, predominantly white, but I get it because I know that it's just all spirit. It's people with heart and minds to love Mother Earth and the planet and honor the water and hold the sacredness of the water and the community. And I'm so clear on that. But lately, as I find that I am tapping into, as I become this vessel of my ancestors to work through, because they need us to work through. They're doing the work through us, correcting errors or continuing work, or whatever it looks like, you know, they're working through us. And so for so long, I didn't have that, familiarity with my ancestors. I always felt I was being watched. There was always a strong notion of guidance, but I never really tapped in, the way that I have, in the beautiful beings that brought me to that place. I give thanks for. But not to drag the story on, but so I come in contact with the grandmothers, and they begin to reveal to me who I am in them and my lineage in that. But first, I had to release all that I thought I knew, all that I thought I was, and allow them to fill my cup, because when they were about to reveal to me who I was, it was going to be established. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful journey home. And it's been a journey home ever since. And so what I'm experiencing is I had that connection, then connecting to nature and seeing my oneness and my relations in nature and realizing, wow, and the remembrance, dropping and just walking this path. And then more things are starting to come to me from the ancestors, the gifts, of who you are, where you come from, what you are here to do, and the trust that is given to that, and the relationship, knowing that I love them and they love me. And it is a love movement, and just really clear on that. And so I went to this water ceremony today, and I felt this resistance one other time. And it's like the gatekeepers are changing shifts as I'm learning what the ancestors are desiring for me to teach as part of my purpose to come back to this realm and this earth to serve. And, these are the customs of my African ancestors, which I always remained neutral when we would have these, disagreements between black and white. I would always go back to it's just spirit, guys. It's just energy. It's really not about color. It's about fear. It's about love. And I would always maintain that, because I have Caucasian people in my family, you know what I mean? And, you know, um, it's always been intermingled. And so I never had a definitive line because the people I love by their spirit. And my circle has always been very diverse. So as a black woman, which I love my incarnation, trust me, I came here with not many struggles or trials with race, which in this lifetime, which is cool because that's the barrier in this lifetime that we're breaking down. We're part of the rainbow prophecy that gets to be fulfilled, where it says everyone from all nations and creeds are going to come together and create a new earth, because it's just about the heart and keeping that expanded, wide open, pure. And that in itself, with everything that's going on, is like, you can be vigilant over your heart, like the protector of the hearts. And I give thanks because spirit has been that. And so, but I have found lately, as I'm tapping into the ancestry of Africa and the voodoo and the roots, I mean, I realize that as I sit in these circles, I am feeling some kind of way about things. And it bothered me. And I began to look at myself as if something were wrong with me. And, but not wanting to fight it, because I've come too far to, know that that's not the energy that it needs. I don't need to resist it or put it down. But what I needed to do was be with it and allow it. And what I realized, what came, is I get to honor my ancestors and their feelings about things, and they did suffer at the hands of colonization, which made them despise some of their customs and rituals, which demonized, the things that they believed in and the customs that their elders, got from their ancestors and from nature and from the divine and the most high. And then the colonizers came in and made them feel ashamed, took them away from it. So as people entered back into their villages, they were rejecting the very pieces of themselves until they had the experience through initiations where they were able to realize that this is real and this is who I am. And so, knowing still, though, that they realize that it's all spirit and it's all heart, and ultimately, we don't need to do that anymore. But it's like I get to be the vessel that honors their feelings as we watch people do these rituals and these customs with, like, openness, and and know that there was a time that the same skin color, demonized our rituals and our ancestors' rituals. It comes up, but we evolve beyond it. So I realized that I was just being in a place of honoring that energy and that emotion, and still maintaining that, what, Erica, though, you still get it. You still get it, that it's going to take everybody to get here. And it doesn't matter what color they are. You know what I mean? But to feel that is real. And I give thanks that I get to feel that and honor that and be a part of bringing those rituals back and honoring, the customs that were real, that are just spirit, that may appear to be scary or dark, but you know what? All of it is created by the Most High. And I give honor and I give thanks that I'm called to this, that I'm called to this work, and one day we can put all of this together, and deepen our love, Because even for me, stepping into the call was a little like it took a while because I've been trained to think that it was evil or it was dark, but I know that I'm light, straight starseed, sky beings are my people. And, they have told me many times on this journey that I am light and probably in preparation for what I would walk through. And the grandmothers told me that I come from a lineage of magic and witches and sorcery. So you know what? We get to change what it looks like. And I honor my ancestors and their feelings, but I know that ultimately it is about community and it is about ritual. We do get to create these things, and it's not about pride or hierarchy or superiority or who gets to show up the loudest, but it's just about love, honoring and respecting, the elements, divine law, and the God in you and the God in me, but these feelings, these things really happened and they get to be acknowledged. And if we are the vessels that these feelings get to come through, then they get to come, and I honor that today, and I give thanks for that awareness. Because for so long, I didn't want to feel these feelings. I just wanted it to all be all right. But you know what? I get it. Sometimes when I see Caucasian people sitting in these positions of tribal, ritual, I do, something feels, but then there's this spirit that says, just look at the beauty that's being created in the atmosphere. It's not about the color. You know what I mean? And so all of it gets to be honored. So I give thanks today. I give thanks for that. Because that's it, being a vessel, hollowed out. And, it's a journey. It's a journey. And so, I can't be concerned about how I show up because I'm doing what I came here to do, and I'm allowing myself to become hollowed out and become a vessel. And also the vessel that it came through to be. You know what I mean? Sometimes she can be loud. Sometimes she can say some off the wall shit. Sometimes she needs to shut up and listen. They're teaching me. They're teaching me, and I'm hearing that more now than ever. You know what I mean? And cast down them idols and that pride. I'm in love. I'm in love. So I thank you. I just wanted to share because today it was deep. It was a lot of things. A lot of things were coming. And I didn't know what to do with it. So I laid with it for a little bit and then talked to my sister friend, and she started to share about her creations, and that shook me out of it a little bit. And then I went for a walk outside, and then the ancestors began to really speak and show me and share with me. And for that, I'm grateful. So thank you, blessings, and much love.